Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
I think
What if I'm
Erik,
the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it. Oh!
What's up, guys? It's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I am joined by
Erik.
Jason.
and Rick.
And this week we watched Evil Dead 2013 one, directed and written by Fede Alvarez. We're going to go with that.
Yeah, it works.
Starring Jane Levy, Shiloh Fernandez, and Jessica Lucas. IMDb synopsis: 5 friends head to a remote cabin where the discovery of a Book of the Dead leads them to unwittingly summon up demons living in the nearby woods. So what do you guys think?
I really love this. This is kind of a weird live action hentai.
I knew you'd enjoy that part.
I was
Yeah.
like, wow, like,
Yeah,
see, this
I
is why
was-
you got to kill trees.
No, yeah, you see, like, at the very beginning of the movie, they had that post scene with that chick running through the woods, and I'm like, and then the hillbillies come out and capture her. I was like, please don't wrong turn this movie. Like, we don't need to be doing a wrong turn movie here, okay? Like, we just don't. But then they just bagged her and drag her back. I was like, all right, that's acceptable, but you guys are on thin ice. And then the whole Vine scene, and I'm like, and you guys broke through the ice. What the fuck? What the fuck? God damn it.
Yeah. That seems a little much. It's
Yeah. It's like, I mean,
I mean, you could tell like the thorns were cutting her leg as they were circling around.
yeah, exactly. It's like, why
Or
not just,
if you didn't notice that, like, you know it now, you're welcome.
yeah. And I mean, you know, it's like,
I
it's
helped
like,
out with
it's, I mean, like, why not just make it go through her mouth? I mean, it'd just be so much, easier to watch the movie.
Well, at least
Yeah.
didn't become a big part. Like, not everybody had to go through that.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. It was just the one scene, and that was it. So I mean, honestly, I mean, if you're gonna have that demon in you, I'd rather just be vomited on like that one chick.
I feel like there's a whole bunch of these movies that I have a really hard time with because people do stuff that doesn't seem legit. Okay, so like the lady is like scratching her face off.
Yeah, well,
Which-
cutting it off.
You're cutting it off. And the guy walks in and then she starts stabbing him in the face, right? And
Yeah.
the whole time I'm like, what are you doing, stupid? Throw her off of you and bash her brains in. Like, all right, I'm going to tell you guys what. Let's just say we go on a camping trip, right?
Yeah.
We're out in the middle of nowhere. And one of you fucks starts acting like this lady at the beginning where she's all fucking weird. I'm going to tell you what, you're going to end up in a ditch.
Jason.
Not even in a ditch. You're going to end up in a hole, covered up. And I'll be like, yeah, he was my buddy. And then he started acting like a fucking lunatic and I don't take chances. This is the woods.
Yep.
I keep it real.
So nobody fucking read any books that you find in the goddamn woods. all
But
right?
what if it's a really cool nudie mag and it just so happens to have an evil,
No.
spell on it?
No,
What if it's like the greatest nudie mag you will ever see? Like,
Erik
it'll,
would be the one to read that. He finds all the forest
yeah.
porn.
I mean, like, it'll like
I don't
show you
read.
like, exactly. He looks or
It's
listens.
not an audio book. I'm not going to look at it.
Like,
it's
I mean,
audio
that's what's
book of
going
a
to
girl
save
being all like,
everybody.
Yeah.
as he's sitting there flipping through the
You
magazine.
guys
Pretty
will
much.
be like, whoa, look at this cool thing we found. And I'll be like, I'm going to go look at this in the bathroom while I
yeah.
take a shit.
Because I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, if evil wants to spread, okay, like the evil wants to be able to inhabit a body, right? So why not do that with your book? I mean, why not have a look and like portray like it's just like whatever person picks it up, it just shows them like the greatest porn to them, because it's all relative to each person, you know what I mean? So like it just like shows them like the greatest porn in there, but as you're looking at it, you're releasing a curse upon yourself or something like that. I mean, dude, that would get every single, I mean, well, not every single guy, but almost every single fucking guy, maybe even some chicks out there. Like, I mean, it really would. I mean, just Make it like a porn.
Ricky's not wrong.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to spread your evil, that's the fucking way to do it. You don't make it look like you don't put your shit in some ominous ass fucking book that's covered in human fucking skin. No, you put your shit in a noonie mag and you leave it out in a fucking trucker bathroom. Okay, that shit is gonna fucking travel around. Okay, it is gonna travel around fucking all over the goddamn world. All right.
And let's be real here. A high school bathroom, a boy like the high school men's bathroom would
Oh,
be
yeah.
a much easier transmitter.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, I'm just
high school
saying.
boys are dumb
Yeah,
and
they'll show
they
that shit
are
to
all
everyone.
like, oh my God, this is something. I mean, here's the real deal. At this point in time, you'd have to have a fucking USB drive.
Yeah, yeah.
Or something like that. It'd have to be a web page because
that'd be the
nobody's
new
even
Ring.
going to look at it anymore.
That'd be
I
the
mean,
new Ring
people don't
movie.
even know what forced porn is.
I know, sad generation where they don't even know what forced porn is.
So Eric, by your logic earlier, then the only one out of the group that's gonna read a book is me, and
Yeah.
I sure as hell am not cutting through fucking barbed wire and all that shit.
Oh,
to
I
fucking
know,
get
like
into
that.
something.
I know that fucking scene.
It's gonna be left unread because I'm not
yeah,
gonna dig through
that fucking scene.
I
I'm
already
like,
said you guys would never even get a chance to look at it because I would literally have just shoved you aside. I'd be in the bathroom right now looking at it. I can't read that stuff, so I'm just gonna be like,
Well,
I
you
might
wouldn't
stick
have been
the pages together and save everybody in the
Yeah.
future for
You-
all time.
But in the
Exactly.
beginning, you wouldn't have even known what it was because it was wrapped in a trash bag with barbed wire wrapped around it.
yeah.
Are you going to be
Yeah,
the one
I
to cut
know.
the barbed wire off?
No,
I could
no.
read it.
Let's be real
I'd
here.
be safe. With my Canadian accent and my bad reading, it wouldn't matter what the fuck I said. It would fucking work.
Well, I also think it was saying like even if you write it, it'll release it.
The demon sitting there like, you motherfucker. Fuck. That's not how that fucking word said. God damn it. No. Fucking
Yeah.
piece of shit.
All right. Where the
This
all
guy
right,
can't even
where the hell is
pronounce
Canadian
anything.
Devil at?
Yeah.
All right. What freaking microtransaction game is he fucking working on right now? I need to find that son of a bitch.
Damn it.
Bring him in here. All right. We get some goddamn freaking Canadian translations up in this bitch. Fucking damn Canadian Devil.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of this where I was like, okay, I don't get it. Like, you know, why like I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're somebody who drives away in my car from a cabin and I catch up to you, you're not driving anybody's car ever again. Fuck all that.
No.
Allegedly, right?
Yeah,
I'm
allegedly.
just teasing, obviously, but still, like I would have some, like you know,
There would
I
be
wouldn't
consequences.
necessarily take him back to the cabin. I'd be like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. You're not. I mean, like, and they're like, oh my god, well, I'm gonna freeze to death. That's your problem at this point. You're the one who drove the car away.
Yup.
This is called survival now. Now you're out here. You better hope that the guys from The Hills Have Eyes don't live out here.
Well, they obviously do. Look at the first
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
It's
so
creepy, bro.
yeah, that the entire beginning scene was just creepy as fuck. So
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Who the fuck has these books? Like, are these real things? That's, you know, one of those things I've always wondered about.
I mean, well, we used to have a antique store, called Needful Things
No,
up in
it's still there.
Paradise. Okay, no, it's still
just
there.
Closes and keeps opening. So.
Yeah. So I mean, like I honestly think it's just comes from those weird places like that. It's just those weird little antique shops in the hole in the wall places, and someone finds it, and then someone brings it out in the middle of the woods for a good old fucking spank sesh, and then they unleash a demon and they leave it out there for the next person to find.
So in the original, it was a Sumerian Book of the Dead kind of thing, and
Yeah.
it was the reading was done like through a recording on a tape,
Oh.
a tape player. So none of the guys read it.
So they
just
played a tape
they played the
player.
tape, and then it summoned the demon and possessed.
You see, now that makes. I mean, now that's a little more understanding. But I mean, the moment you fucking start playing a tape and you hear it fucking speaking ancient fucking Latin or fucking Sumerian or some shit,
I don't know what ancient Sumerian sounds like.
all of a
but-
sudden, like I mean, you hear some crazy ass speech. It might just be best to be like, maybe we just turn this off because we're out in a creepy ass fucking cabin that smells like death, and apparently, whatever the reason, no one else can smell the fucking rotting fucking cat bodies in the fucking basement except for the fucking tweaker chick. Like, I mean, now who's really doing
Yeah.
blow here? Yeah. Which one of you guys is really over here doing all the fucking blow? Because that bitch can still fucking smell. All right? Like, all you barely can't fucking smell no more. So who's really doing the blow here? I'm just saying.
Well, not
Okay?
to mention this easy ass fact. Why the fuck would you go out into the woods to get somebody dry off the meth?
Jeez, I know.
Like,
know.
that's where you find it.
Yeah. That's where you make it.
Go out in the woods to find the meth, dude.
I mean,
you're like, hey, I think I've encountered like 3 meth labs
That's
out in the woods.
exactly.
I've never
that's what I'm
seen
saying.
one
Like
in real life,
and
in the town.
exactly. I mean, like realistically, when they opened up the basement, it would have been a bunch of fucking like fuck to death possums and raccoons down there because they're hillbillies with the functioning meth lab down in the basement. That's what the smell would have been. You know what I mean? Like that's. I mean, honestly,
just jizzed in raccoons.
yeah,
is that what
just
you're saying?
exactly, and just a large meth factory down there. I mean, in truth and reality,
You know
that's
what I'm
what
picturing
really would have been
is
down
a
there.
Stuffed is like 4 stuffed animals, like Trevor does in fucking GTA.
Oh, dear. It's oh.
He's just like, what the hell was that? Do you guys remember
Yeah.
the bear's name?
No.
I can't remember the
no,
bear.
yeah.
He had like a name. Anyways, so yeah, it's like, I don't. I
Yeah.
mean, then you got like the whole bit where she gets away and they all go. I don't know. A bunch of the beginning part to me was like, no,
Yeah.
nobody's gonna look at the book and read it. It says don't say it out loud.
It says don't
And
read it.
that-
Close the book. Like it's
mean-
literally telling you this right off the bat. Like don't do it.
It's
But
like, yeah, it's like an Ernest Scared Stupid, right? Where he's
Yeah.
like sarcastically like saying the words of the thing, like, "Oh, I'll see, I'll show you." These people, like the guy who read it, looked like the guy. He was the Chucky of the group, and
yeah.
I mean Chucky from Rugrats. So he was like, "I don't know, guys." and then there's the part where he's getting attacked in the bathroom and he's screaming for like 5 minutes. And then somebody finally comes in after he bonks her on the head.
yeah. Yeah.
But couldn't that
Like-
be part of the demonic possession stuff?
that
Like,
she's a lot stronger than
well, she's a lot stronger, but also we see ghost movies all the time where shit happens in a thing and nobody hears what's happening in there until the door opens and then they're like, oh my god.
Oh, maybe.
You know,
Yeah,
so it could be
yeah.
like a demonic thing, where
yeah,
the
because I mean the fucking thing was opening and locking doors and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So very well could do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how the hell it would push sound down, though. That's not very easy.
Well, it would just kind of just maybe make like a barrier where it just doesn't go past the doorway.
it's magic and it
Yeah.
doesn't have to make sense.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you got that going on, then yeah, definitely
Exactly.
magic will do it.
Yeah. Have I ever told you guys about the time that I found a satanic kind of ritual site? Some of my friends.
Did you try to
No.
get
Go
people
on.
to sit in the
No,
side?
actually, we did not. So me and my friends were out driving around, in one of their vehicles, and we decided, to try to go find, a nice little secluded spot to go smoke pot. You know what I mean?
Just sitting there.
Yeah, we were for a little bit. But then we got up and we drove around to find another spot to go smoke pot at. Because, you don't want to smoke pot in just one spot. It starts, getting paranoid. But anyway, so we find this, old, kind of what we believe to be an abandoned train tunnel, right? Because, there's a little bit of trash on the tracks. Or they're like, okay, there's probably nothing coming in through here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of graffiti everywhere. This track probably just isn't being used anymore. So, like, about halfway down this train tunnel, we get down there and realize there's a fucking huge-ass pentagram fucking painted on the walls and on the roof and shit like that. And the smell is heinous. And there's, these two, drainage ditches on either side of the canal. We're kind of looking in there and we see a bunch of, dead cats and shit like that, and dogs and crap like that have been killed and thrown down into the ditch there. A lot of blood all over the tracks. Yeah, it was pretty freaking creepy. So, naturally we decided to sit down on the track and smoke a bowl in there. And we're sitting there bullshitting with our friends, it would really suck if this track was actually active. Maybe about a minute after I said that, I noticed the track is starting to vibrate. I get up and tell my friends we should probably leave. I think there might be a train coming because we can't hear anything yet. Sure shit, they're all sitting there calling me, oh, you're fucking just stupid, you're bullshit, whatever. And they said, I look down at the end of the fucking tunnel, and here comes this train fucking making its fucking turn into the fucking tunnel. And so we all get up and fucking book it, and one of my buddies decides, about, a quarter way out of the fucking tunnel, he's gonna fall and eat shit and fucking tear a fucking huge chunk out of his elbow. So we have to stop and pick him up and carry his ass out.
You don't have to stop and carry him out. That's
Well,
yeah.
we did. Well, yeah, we don't have to, but we did. And so while I'm carrying him out, and this train is now gaining on us because we can't run that fast anymore because we're carrying this fucking jackass out. I tell him, like, look, dude, if it starts getting too fucking close, like, I'm gonna fucking ditch you in that nasty ass fucking drainage fucking water canal with all the dead fucking animals in there, and I'm getting myself to safety. We'll come back and get you once the train passes. Yeah, luckily we all got out before the train passed, but just fucking barely. Hey! Get out of there!
Jeez. Yeah, my uncle, my grandparents owned like 200-something acres in Sonoma County.
Yeah.
And they're walking along, and there's kind of a couple of corners of the property that are awkward to get to. And actually, there's one of them that kind of gives you chills when you walk through it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so him and this other guy were looking for a good spot to shoot guns.
Mm-hmm.
So they're walking through it. And what do they see? A bunch of like, so they seen a little spot where somebody had a pentagram in the ground.
Yeah.
And some chairs and like an effigy or something they were burning, is what he said. And then they had shit hung in the trees. And this was like not like open woods. This was like
some
really
dense, thick shit.
close to the ground, tan oak and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just a little bit above head height, tan oak and shit. With
Yeah.
a little tiny opening.
Yeah, it's all
that had
thick and
effigy
woven
in.
branches everywhere. You can't fucking walk a straight path
Yeah.
through anywhere.
And there was like some dolls tied up in the fucking branches, and he said there was like a cat skeleton on the stump by the effigy, and he's like, "Okay, this is fucking weird,"
Yeah.
you know. And he's like, "Yeah." Anyways, he showed it to us later. I seen it, and some of the stuff had been fucked with since then, but. I mean, it was pretty creepy looking.
Oh yeah, no, like when you come across those sites, like you immediately are like, yeah, this is fucked up. Like this is just like, I mean, this is like how horror movies start. Like maybe we shouldn't be here.
Well, then you gotta wonder, like, does that stuff work?
Well,
Right?
I mean,
Or are they just kind of out there farting around, like,
yeah, I mean, like I
there's
have
things
personally
that,
never
people
seen a
do
demon.
things that don't work.
Yeah, like I said,
You know?
like I personally have never seen a demon, but the the
That's
evidence of
because you don't
absence is not the
reflect in the mirror,
evidence,
Ricky.
the evidence of absence there. So
Yeah.
Ricky, do you not have a reflection?
I do.
Then you've seen a demon.
Ah,
Oh Jesus, Jason.
He's a redhead. Isn't that how that works?
not quite. We're undead. We're not demons.
I mean, if we're gonna talk about somebody seeing a demon, I think there was a person who was in a relationship.
Yeah.
And they had a significant other in the relationship that we would all probably assess as some sort of a demon of like laziness and gluttony, maybe. And
Yeah.
assholeness. I don't know what that one
Yeah.
is.
General
but yeah,
douchebaggery.
piece of shittery, right?
Yeah.
Like that's one of the sins, being a piece of shit. And
That's one of the sins. That's an
what-
Eric's 10
yeah.
commandments. Don't be a piece of shit. As a matter of fact, no. One commandment. One commandment. Don't be a piece of shit.
Could you imagine how many less stinky people there'd be in the world if that was one of the commandments? Because it's like, buddy, it says it right there. Don't be a piece of shit. That means don't smell.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, like,
Of course,
honestly,
I'd be in trouble half of the time myself, but at least I tried.
like, honestly, I think that one commandment would take over, like, encompass all other commandments. I mean, don't be a piece of shit pretty much encompasses all other commandments. Because that's pretty much what it's telling you to do. Is like, hey, don't be a douchebag. Like,
Wouldn't that be funny if it starts out as that and then somebody just
decides to like make it a little more elegant.
mistranslates it?
Yeah.
Well, they just mistranslate it to the point where like the meaning's all gone. It's like, let's see, what the hell would you? It's like, don't be diarrhea, and they're like, what the fuck does that
Yeah.
even mean?
Oh well, what was it? I remember reading this one thing. So there was this cave they had, right, and they discovered and there was like a bunch of like ancient writings in there and shit like that. And they had for a long time they had trouble getting like an actual like accurate translation of it. And they noticed that there was one thing set up at the very very top that they couldn't translate for the longest time. It just kind of just seemed out of the ordinary, but it dated back to the rest of the stuff there. Well, they finally ended up translating it, and it came out to something like so and so was here. So it was like you write on something like Erik was here. That's literally what it was. Like someone way back in the day climbed way high, somehow got way high up this fucking cave wall and wrote that they were there, and like they thought it was some like big profound thing that was written up there, but really it was just some ancient dude just decided to crawl up there and write that, hey, I was here.
That's
Yeah, and they're like really, that's all it fucking
Can you imagine
says.
seeing like a 40-foot, like a 40-foot sheer wall, and it says Erik was here? And
That's
like,
literally pretty much what the equivalent was.
how
Like,
did that
yeah.
shit climb up there and write on the wall?
yeah, and now imagine like spending like years and years, maybe even like your entire career, trying to translate that, thinking it's gonna be some profound thing, just to find out it's just some dude wrote way up on top of the wall. I was here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's like some ancient trolling there. That, I mean, you're trolling someone. I mean, you are trolling people thousands of years
if
in
I
the
was gonna
future.
troll people back then, I would have drawn a self-portrait, but my dong would have been like a whole nother leg. Just so
The
'cause
mighty
you
Erik.
gotta admit, a bunch of those scientists would have been like, "Wait a second, is this how big dicks used to be?
No.
Why are all the dicks so huge on this?"
Exactly, and they think,
Uh
and
oh.
yeah, and like I said, like they'll think the inscription on the statue is something important. Really, it just says like the mighty Erik, killer of trees.
Yeah.
So talking about that, apparently there was a stonemason 900 years ago carved a likeness of himself in the corner of some fucking Spanish church that people just discovered.
Yes, that's the way to fucking do it. You see, troll people for fucking thousands of
He
years.
has a giant dong.
No, it's just like a little
Little dude.
little like
I
kill
feel like
over
that was
here
a
kinda
missed
style thing.
opportunity. Who the hell's gonna chip that shit?
Well,
into
look at fucking-
stone
what was
and
his
then
name?
Not
Fucking-
give himself a giant dong.
But nobody's gonna think of a giant dong as something weird back then because they're just
No,
fucking
yeah.
chipping dongs into everything anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, look
it
at
would just be weird that it was
Yeah.
a giant one.
yeah. Well, I mean, like, look at the guy. Like, what was his, Michelangelo? Whoever painted the fucking the ceiling and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much accepts this job to paint this huge ass ceiling, which apparently he didn't want to do in the first place. So like, I love just like imagine like sitting there like when he gets commissioned, like, yeah, I'll paint it. I'll paint it with a bunch of dudes with their dicks out though, and he starts going because that's what he did. He painted a wall with a bunch of dudes with their dicks out. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, they were fucking trolls. I'm just saying. I mean, even Mozart was a fucking troll. He wrote a fucking song just because he hated
I think some
someone.
of those guys when they're like doing those like the statue of David, right? With the guys, you know how they like. Do you kind of wonder if they made the dong little because he thought it was funny, or if that was just like
Like the
I mean,
guy who posed for it,
it's
he's like,
like-
"Come on, man,
Come
seriously."
on.
yeah. he's like
on,
chipped
man.
it, and the guy's like, "What the hell? It's like twice that size." And the guy's like, "That's fucking funny this way."
It's like half it broke off. I'll just reshape it. Don't worry about
I mean,
That's what it was.
I mean,
he
it's
made a
not
huge one, but it
twice
broke
that
off, so he had to
size.
redo it.
yeah.
it. It's like dongs are
Look
hard,
and
man.
be like,
Yeah.
Eh?
can you believe this guy? He thinks it's twice that size. Like, do some math, buddy. It's not even half again that size. You know, this guy doesn't know how to math at all. I'm over here making stuff out of stone. This guy can't even, look at that.
Do
He's
the
definitely
basic
not a
maths.
shower. Yeah.
Swear to
That'd
God.
be funny. I mean, of course, like, it's like, oh yeah, we've got Erik. He's gonna do this thing, and then there's like this late, like Cleopatra's modeling there, and she's like, "What are you doing? What? Why the hell are my tits and ass so big? What? I took some artistic license.
It's like, I mean,
You'll
why
thank
would
me
it
in
be?
the future. Look how hot you are now. How hot I am now. What? I'm just being objective. This is subjective."
Well, she was considered one of the
Look,
most
I
beautiful
gave you
people
the
of her time.
equivalent of plastic
So-
surgery, okay?
There's
Take
one
it
of two
easy.
things that would happen. Either one, she would fucking hate you for not like going with everyone else for just viewing that she was the most attractive person of the time, Or 2, she would be so impressed that you didn't consider her the most attractive person at the time that she wants to sleep with you to try to prove you wrong.
Oh, so I'd be like the inventor of negging.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe, dude, you could be right. That might be a good way to go. Then
I'm
when
just
they
saying.
throw me off that fucking off of that spot,
That
that
cliff.
tower,
Yeah, whatever
or
it was.
just like throw me off the cliff, I'll be like, your titties were better. Splat.
They're kind of flabby.
Saggy bitch.
She just fucking laid there like a lady's poor.
Oh, jeez. I've got ancient gonorrhea.
She's like, joke's on you,
that'd
so
be
do
a
I.
Before you feel that itching.
It wouldn't be ancient gonorrhea if you were alive in that time. It would just be gonorrhea.
Nah, it's pretty old gonorrhea still.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
definitely old, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, this is Eric we're talking
Did
about
he-
here.
Did Eric get it from a mummy? Did he find like mummy like in the woods that he did it
pretty
with?
much. Yeah.
Like mummy
Well,
porn?
well, actually,
I
apparently,
know where I got it. I found this book way in the past, and I fucked the pages, and it turns out the pages have gonorrhea.
Well, it's because the pages were all made out of flesh. So
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
you had to do
Yeah.
something, right?
yeah, but apparently, the reason why mummies are so scarce nowadays is people back in the day used to fucking eat them. Yeah, like legit. They
Are
used
you
to.
once again just bringing a fucking Futurama
They
thing in?
they used to fucking think it was a medicine or something. No, like I am even like that's where Futurama got it from. Is that it was a
I
legit
think
thing.
he's telling
The
the truth.
reason the reasons why
That
mummies are
seems
so
legit.
fucking rare is because like ancient civilization, like ancient people, like thought like that like these mummies would be like a medicinal or some shit like that. Yeah, like I'm
Dude,
almost
people
positive
do
this is
so
a thing.
much fucked
Is
up
that people
shit.
used to eat mummies way back in the fucking day, and that's one of the reasons why they're so fucking rare. Because they would go out there and they would like loot and steal these fucking mummies and like sell the pieces off for like
Well,
rich
I
people. to
mean,
fucking
there was
eat it.
also a bunch of gold in there too. So.
Well, there's that too, but like I said, but I'm pretty sure like they would actually eat the fucking mummies. Like yeah. Europeans that would eat mummies. Yeah, it's that's one of the reasons why they're so fucking rare. Why you don't really
Ugh.
see them is because the ancient
I don't want to
Europeans
eat
were
a
eating
mummy.
it.
You know they taste like shit.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like ancient
mean-
beef jerky, bro.
yeah.
What if they're really good?
Mhm. This one's teriyaki flavored.
Teriyaki flavored. Holy shit.
Yeah. See, I'm just saying, man. It was that's the reason why. I'm almost positive that's what it is. Like people used to fucking eat them. It's a huge trade.
Well, I know if I ever see some really scary shit, like when the first lady shows up and her eyes change color
Oh
and
god,
shit.
I know.
I'm not letting everybody wander off into different rooms so that
No.
we can all die one by one.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
hang
No.
in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. A buddy system. Always
Yeah, you
a
gotta
buddy
stay
system.
together and be like,
Yes.
hey,
Yes. If you hear
if
me
see
yell for
anything
you,
weird.
yes.
If you see anything weird,
Yell.
fucking stay here, all right?
Yeah. Like.
And if you hear this lady that I'm gonna be real. If some lady, like if we're out in some cabin, right, and one of your guys' sisters or something, all of a sudden like changes eye colors and looks all fucked up and looks like she's possessed, like I'm gonna hit her in the head with something and then we're gonna leave.
yeah. Pretty
And I'm
much.
gonna be like, I don't know, man. She seemed possessed to me. And then you
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 guys are
never
gonna
met
be
my
like,
sister.
she put her fucking contacts in, buddy. They changed her eye color. Well, can't take any chances.
Yep.
My sister moves just like a possessed person. So you would totally hit her. in the
Oh,
head.
that's scary.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't-
all the
I don't-
time. It's
I
just
didn't
how
know
she
you had-
naturally moves because she has cerebral palsy. You gotta watch out. For
God
that shit.
damn it, Jason. That's fucking.
What?
God
It's
damn
trying to stop me
it.
off from somebody with a disability.
You
That-
pretty
that
much
would
go
be
like,
it,
well, she's my
dude.
sister, so I'm allowed. Like I have a free card on that one.
It's like, do you want to go camping, sister? And she's like, yeah.
Do you want to go camping with me and Eric?
Yeah.
God damn it. That is wrong on so many fucking levels.
That's how it works.
God
But,
damn it.
yeah, I mean that shit's scary though.
Like that weird creepy
whole
twitchy
world was
movement
scary.
shit, dude. It's just yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
need any of that business going on.
No. You know, like one of the biggest things that always gets me with like these like kind of scary movies and shit like that, right? Is like people they'll wander off to go look for something like on their own, and everyone's like, okay, yeah, sure, go do that, right? And then like the people that are like left in the group will start calling for the person that wanders off, and the person that wanders off hears them. Like, and a lot of times, like, they'll even just like show them, like, turn around and look back to the other room, but they say nothing. It's like that is the stupidest fucking move you can make. If you are in a fucking horror situation, you sound off.
This fucking group would fucking do this.
I know they would,
Because
I know they
you
would.
assholes are like that. We'll message
I know that.
we'll talk to one another and somebody won't say anything and be like, okay, I don't know if they heard it or whatever.
Yeah,
okay,
and it's
whatever.
like
Jason
I mean, like if someone sounds off in that kind of a situation, like, hey, where are you? I don't give a fuck what you. I don't give a fuck if you are clapping demon cheeks. You sound off. It's like, yeah, man, I got her. You know, I'm just bent over. You know, clapping these demon cheeks. You know, I'm doing my thing. You know what I mean? Like that's what you do. Like in that situation, that's what you fucking do. I don't care what you're doing.
I'd be
All
like,
right?
Shut up! I'm clapping some demon cheeks here. God.
Yeah, like grab a video camera. We'll fucking turn this into some crazy
I
Japanese
can see
porn.
it now. I'm opening this door. Steve, are you in here? Safety. Okay, Steve's okay. He's in here.
I'm keeping the demons away. They don't want any of that
Uh-huh.
shit.
Ricky, where are you at? I'm sitting here. He's cool.
Mhm.
I know, right?
It's like, hey guys, my lighter died. You
Yeah.
got a lighter? Fuck
Jason, where are you? Jason. Well, Jason's dead.
Jason's dead.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then Jason comes back. What the fuck did you guys
Where'd he
look
go?
for me? We fucking
Yeah.
called you.
I called for you for like an hour, man. I heard you guys. You said it 6 times. Yeah, and you didn't respond to any of them. So,
He's like,
you know.
he's like, I was clapping demon cheeks, man. I was almost there. It was throwing me off my game.
That is worse, though. Like when you're going for it and you're almost there, and then somebody's like, "Where'd
someone's
you go?"
yeah,
It's
someone's
like,
got to fucking
God
interrupt,
damn
and
it.
you're like, you motherfucking piece of shit.
It's like, why are you here right now? Quit making noises.
It's like,
I'm almost.
it's like
there.
you couldn't have just
Damn
waited fucking 5 minutes, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all I needed. 5 minutes.
Yep.
All
Sometimes
you need,
30
Ricky?
seconds.
5 minutes.
Usually, yeah.
No. When you're close, and then they start like, you know what I'm
Interrupting.
talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Like when the
Uh-huh.
climax is starting to happen, and then somebody knocks on the door,
It just
or
ruins it.
or
and
like-
you're like
barges
Barges
shows
in.
up, or what's that?
just barges in on you, and you're like,
Oh yeah,
hey,
whatever it is. It's
you know,
unfortunate.
It's not a
It's
pleasant
hard to
situation.
power through it sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean, the ones that can power through it are real pros. Real pros.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. I get mad. I immediately go to like rage.
Rage.
Yeah.
Erik Smash.
Fuck up, go away. Well, I was wanting to talk to you about the Lord and Savior. Get the fuck away from me. Whoa. So I mean, I don't know. The whole thing where they're out in the woods and all this crazy shit's happening, though.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I didn't have to, I don't have to look at any of that, because I just hit everybody that I know in the head with an axe and be like, well,
Shit happens.
had to take everybody out. That lady'd be chopped up so fast. Like if I'm looking through the book, and let's be real, Jason's gonna be the one, if anybody is to say it, right? We know that's the case.
Well, yeah, because he's
gonna
not. Cause,
scoff and be like,
yeah,
"This is bullshit. It's not gonna do anything."
exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But he's definitely gonna. I mean, Jason would probably even agree. He would be the one to say it. He'd be like, "This is bullshit. It's nothing, right?"
I highly doubt I
and
would.
then, come on.
Jason, if you had a fucking Book of the
we
Dead
know
in
you
front of
would've.
If
you,
I said it, it would not happen how Eric did it. I'd pick up this book of scan and I'd like read the first page out loud and be like, "Man, this is fucking weird," and like just
Yeah.
total fucking stupidity read it. That's what I would do.
then he turned
Yeah.
over and realized, like, there's a perfect dick hole in the back of this book.
I'm
There's
pretty
this
sure
fucking
in the
TV
old one
show.
there was like an eyeball and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was
maybe
like a mouth or
on it.
some shit. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it would open up and look and like shit like that, and yeah. Pretty sure that's what
So,
that came from.
There's this TV show. It's called What We Do in the Shadows, and there's this
I've
one
heard of it, never
episode
seen
or
it.
couple where, anyways, they have a hat that's that has a witch's asshole on the inside of the hat because it's made of witch's skin,
Oh, wonderful.
and they spend a bunch of time talking about, I like the way the asshole feels on the back of my head, and I'm like,
Nice.
and one of the guy, I don't know if you guys have ever seen IT Crowd, but the boss, the kid, not the original boss, but the second one, he plays the guy who puts the hat on, and you're like, that guy definitely fucks the hat.
Oh, yeah,
For
just a
sure.
little bit. Just
Yeah.
a little bit.
So
He's Eiffel Tower.
I mean,
Exactly.
Or somebody
yeah,
else.
he's 100% fucking that hat. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's a pretty good show though. It's kind of a weird, like, they're vampires, and they're really stupid too, so it's pretty funny. I like that kind of stuff where they're dumb and you know, they're just like barely make it through things.
they're like
'cause they're
us?
stupid.
They're pretty much like us. If
Yeah.
anything like paranormal were to happen
Oh
to
yeah,
us.
if we were going through a disaster, like, it would all just be dumb luck. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, like this one here, like the fucking witch or somebody would get lost halfway, or oh my god, you know, it'd be even funnier. It gets all close, and then it sees Ricky, and the witch is like, "Is that a fucking ginger? Oh shit!" And then Ricky
Can't be
just
doing that one.
super sucks it in there, and then Ricky levels up, and he's a super ginger.
He comes in albino.
See, that's the
Yeah.
problem. That's why.
No. He goes Super Saiyan, but super ginger. He just gets
Saiyan.
like extra, you know.
Do I
Yeah.
get? Do I get the?
That's
I'm
the
a,
final form of a ginger. is
do
an
I?
albino.
Do I
Yeah,
get the
he gets,
action
like-
lines behind me too, with like the swooshing background?
Oh yeah, dude. And then you get like Omega Red style
Mhm.
tentacles that come out, but are just worms.
Fucking ginger worms.
You and your fucking tentacles, Eric.
Be like, Ricky, hello.
Like, Eric,
No.
give me that look. Don't give me that look,
Not
Eric.
gonna happen, buddy.
Stay away from my
No.
tentacles. It's like, you look at me, he's like, I already got the camera out. It's happening.
Yeah.
That's
What are you doing with that stick? All right, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that stick in your mouth. And you're gonna bite down, and you're like, nope. This is happening.
Fucking goddamn it. See, that's what it is. Okay, a horror movie where they turn it around on the demon, right? So the people are so
Yeah.
fucked up that they just call the demon there just so they can fuck with it hardcore, and it's actually a fucking movie about the demon trying to get away from these super fucked up people. I think
This
that'd be
sounds
a
like
good.
movie. I want this.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think this would work.
Yeah.
Like they trap some like supernatural fucking entity, like, and then it's instead of the entity fucking with the people, it's the people fucking with the entity, and it's that thing trying to get the fuck away from them. That seems like a really
So you're
good movie.
rooting for that, the demon?
Yeah, exactly. Like by the end, you're like, dude, fuck these crazy ass hillbillies. Like, go on, demon. Like, fucking, just get out of there, man. Like, do what you got to do. Like, fuck. It's like trying
Done
to
like Tucker and Dale versus Evil style.
yeah. You know, like the demons are like
That's
trying
so
to
funny.
just
You're just,
trying
like,
to
all
get these
these
hillbillies
accidents.
and shit to like make like a pentagram, but they're too stupid to fucking draw a pentagram, so they keep on drawing like the Star of David or some shit, and they're like, he's like, God damn it, come on! You're so fucking close.
God damn
I
it.
gotta say though, could you imagine walking in a room and seeing some lady cutting her own face off?
Oh man. Or
Honestly,
cutting her own arm off.
Yeah,
or-
like honestly,
Yeah.
dude, like honestly, like for me, if I were to see that, I would probably just immediately back right the fuck out and close the fucking door and be like, yeah, so one of us is gonna walk somewhere we're gonna get cell signal because yeah, don't fucking go in there. She's gone fucking batshit crazy. She might try to kill you. Like pile shit in front of the door. Like we need to get the fuck out.
I'm gonna
Just
tell
someone
you
go
right
find
now,
cell
if
service.
you guys walk in, like, let's just say that there's some gal in the bathroom, and I just walk in there for some reason,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then all of a sudden you see, and I have caved her head in. You guys are gonna be like, why did you just kill this lady?
Yeah,
And I'd
pretty
be
much.
like, "Oh, she tried to kill me," and then you guys would be eye rolling like, "Sure, that's what happened."
Uh-huh.
Okay, now
Yeah.
we're getting into it here, you know.
It's like
But
Eric's finally having a breakthrough.
I would not want to see somebody doing that though. That'd be terrible. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, no, yeah, no, no. But like I said, like I mean, honestly,
don't cut your face off,
yeah, I mean, in
idiot.
that
Why would you
situation,
do
it's
that?
best just to fucking just close the door, lock it, barricade it, and be like, yeah, I'm not getting paid enough to deal with that bullshit. Sorry. Like, no.
All I can think of is the Sonny's Marine Ponderosa wedding massacre, and it's like, wait, who the fuck brought the bath salts? Damn it!
Yeah.
Who the fuck left the bath salts out? Look what she did with the bath salts.
Did someone go
Look
down the
at what
fucking
she
goddamn
did.
well and pick up those fucking
Yeah.
bath salts she fucking dumped out?
Sorry,
Like,
guys.
motherfucking
Oh my god, you
Jason.
could just somebody could definitely do that too. They're like, well, I don't know what this is. We'll just throw it down this hole, and it's the fucking bath salts in the well.
See, now that's
Then
what
we're
happened, right?
all-
They were drinking the
Yeah.
well water, and it had bath salts in it. And honestly, it was no possession. There was just bath salts in the fucking goddamn well water. It was so fucking potent that they all just fucking went insane and started hallucinating shit. Like, that's what it actually comes down to. Just a bunch of people went out there and got super fucking high on bath salts and started killing each other.
Yeah,
That's what that's what this movie comes down to.
Man, that's how Cabin Fever happens. Without the bath salts, it's like a
Yeah.
some kind of virus that gets released in the water, and
Oh.
when you drink it, they become fucking mindless
Yeah.
monster people. So
Yeah.
start killing everybody.
ugh,
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of that.
And
We don't
that
want
one-
viruses in the water.
In that one, a woman shaves her legs with a razor and is peeling the skin off.
Yeah,
It's
she's
super
like
gross.
shaving her. Yeah.
Is it better than
Oh,
that?
and there was the
Or-
dog that ate the girl's vagina.
So but
Was there a
now
bunch of dogs in that though? There was like a whole bunch of them that came after him. I thought.
I just remember the one dog where the girl was too weak to move and they left her out in the barn because they were scared they were going to get sick from her. And they came out the next day and she was alive but couldn't fight the dog off. And it was just like eating, like literally ripping hunks of flesh off, eating her vagina away. That's all I remember about the dogs. Because I was like, that's fucking gross.
he just remembers the
Ugh.
vagina scene.
It was
That's-
gross, Ricky.
That's just it.
Well, what's funny is like there's like human anatomy where so like the scene where the lady cuts her arm off, I'm pretty sure there's an artery right in the middle of your arm in between
Yeah, there's
your,
a
there
large.
is. She would've died.
joints.
Really fast.
Cut right through that. She would have been bled out. I think that's literally like if you get a big hole in that, it's like 90 seconds and you're dead.
Yeah, you just
It's
your
it's
heart just
between-
pumps all the fucking blood out.
Yeah.
I thought
So,
it was
like-
between 1 to 2 minutes, somewhere between that range.
Yeah, I mean 90 seconds is between 1 and 2
Yeah,
minutes.
it
I think
is.
that's what I said.
Maybe that's an
So-
average.
Yeah, if you want to cut your arm off, I think I've seen like enough Civil War movies. You want to cut it off at the joint.
You want to tourniquet the bitch before you do.
Yeah, and then you want to tourniquet above it, and then
off
what you
all
got
blood
to do is make
circulation.
sure you don't wash any of the instruments because they never do it in the Civil War movies.
No, they didn't. But you also want to drink a shit ton of
Yeah.
whiskey before you do it too.
Make sure that blood's
yeah, and you
extra
definitely
thin.
want to sweat on them, and you know what? You might want to like get it a little shiny, just spit on that sucker.
Yeah.
And then if you can find somebody's gut juices, from their exposed intestines that have holes in it, just stick it in there and then wipe it off with that.
Well, yeah, the stomach acid
gonna-
sterilizes it, and then you just coat that
Yeah,
with
it's
some
gonna go great.
with some good old shit and piss, blood and mud over the
Yeah.
stump, just to seal it off,
Mud Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It just works out
Man,
nicely.
people are. God, could you imagine the fucking brutal shit in? Every time I see one of those Civil War movies, I'm like, who would even?
Did you see the
participate?
picture of the Civil War guy? He actually had a picture taken of himself. He got shot between the fucking eyes with a musket ball, and the doctor just popped out the fucking musket ball, but the guy sounds like this fat fucking dent like in his forehead between his eyes, where that musket ball was lodged fucking in his head. Yeah. Like, dude
Oh,
lived, like,
shit.
continued to fight with this fucking musket ball lodged between his fucking eyes.
Was that a relative of Eric's?
that
Might have been.
I think Eric could take a musket
that
ball to
fucking
the head.
bore
far
fucking
enough
thick
away.
skull. That
Yeah.
fucking like inch and a half fucking thick bone just up in there.
Just like, ow, damn, dude. He could have put my eye out with that. I'm
Come
really
on.
mad because he could have shot my eye out.
Yeah.
Oh, we're playing musket ball, huh? Okay, I'll get you.
Yeah, that would be Eric's siblings back in the day. Instead of playing BB gun wars, it's just fucking musket balls.
Yeah. Dude, I mean,
It's
fuck, that shit was brutal. You know, like they would just stand there and then march towards each other a bunch of the
just
time.
firing off shots.
Who the hell would fight a war like that?
Well, have you listened to that podcast that Steven listened to called what is it? Sawbones?
No.
Yeah, it's about the like old
Just the old shit that they would do.
yeah, like the
across
old like medical
years.
practices and shit like throughout the years, like how they would go about doing shit. Like it's actually pretty interesting. Like if you want to listen to that kind of stuff there.
Almost everything that they used to do back in the day was let's take some blood out of you.
Yeah, bloodletting with leeches and whatnot, and then it's like, here, drink a bunch of alcohol so you don't feel anything. We're about to chop a limb off.
Dude, you know that? I wonder if that gravy blood thing affected a lot of people, and that actually worked.
Well, I'm sure that there was. I mean, in like that northwestern European area, it's a pretty prominent malady. What is it? It's not a disease. It's a
Mutation?
mutation, whatever. And those people probably survived longer because the thing they would go in for would just be, let's let the blood out.
Yeah,
and it was exactly what you needed. So.
It's like, oh, you got ghosts in your butt. I'm gonna
ghosts in your butt.
Yeah, it's like I'm gonna.
Were you trying to say ghosts in your blood, but it came out butt?
No, I went butt.
Okay,
just gonna
very often.
Nope.
Prescribe you some
I get
opium and
nosebleeds
bloodletting
all the time. I wonder if that's like a part of it, you know? Maybe
I don't bleed.
my
I don't
family...
bleed very long when I bleed, so.
Oh yeah, I get nosebleeds, and those fucking things are brutal. But
I mean, just like in
the rest
general,
of
if I cut my arm or something like that, I don't bleed for very long. Like the big ass one that went across my arm, it healed up pretty quick.
After you
funny.
jumped off the hood of a car after you watched Daredevil.
Yeah.
Gets back in the car, I see him bleeding. I'm like, oh, you're fucked. That was the first thing I said to Steven, like, seeing pretty much his freaking wrist is cut open. I look, I was like, you're fucked. And then David's like, dude, don't bleed on my car. I'm like,
fucking David.
I'm like, he's bleeding to death, you fucking idiot. Like, at least I had the common decency to just look at him like, you're fucked. Like, and you're over here worried about your car.
I wasn't bleeding to death anyways. I didn't even go get stitches. I just went home and washed it out and put a bandage around it.
He sucked it up like a man.
It was fine after a little bit.
Yeah. Holy shit. I'm just well. What's funny is like I've known a few people, like my dad used to fancy himself a doctor some of the time. So like he gave stitches a couple of times and they worked. They were functioning. And he was actually really good at butterfly bandages instead of stitches. And I have like two should-be scars that he butterfly bandaged, and they weren't scars. You know, because like the stitches like bunches the skin up and it doesn't heal up where it was. Whereas the butterfly bandages, it's smooth. He did a good job with that. Now, I'll tell you what, when he's putting them on there and he would stick his finger in his mouth and move his chew around and then want to touch the fucking butterfly bandage in your wound, you're thinking, am I going to get fucking Copenhagen infected or something?
Gross.
You know?
Yeah.
But I guess tobacco has like some anti-parasitic effect or something. I think I read that. It's like you can give it in limited amounts and it'll get rid of worms and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. But then you also have the super filthy human mouth with it that I'm pretty sure are not the whatever is
I didn't
beneficial.
Get anything. Yeah, I was okay, so it worked out. But still, I'm going to tell you what, I was like, I don't know if I appreciate that. I think I mean, the worst part about my dad is he'd have like medical gloves on and just do it with that. I mean, he wasn't gonna like.
I don't want to get blood on my hand.
He's like, I don't want that shit in my mouth. What? You're putting your mouth on my forehead, bro. It's open. Damn it, dude. It's like, well, you should have ducked the cell phone. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Terrible.
Yeah, that's all right. It was fun. I survived.
Did you?
But
Did you really?
yeah, oh yeah, and I mean the thing is, like, there's like those types of people are the ones who were the doctors, in a lot of times they had no idea what they're doing. They winged it, and it worked out.
A lot of times it was just the person that was willing to do it because nobody fucking
Yeah.
wanted to do it.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I mean we're like, let's say, here pretty quick in the next couple of days, the whole world is just like, fuck it, right? They're just gonna take a shit, right? So we all end up living together, and then somebody has a boo-boo. That means, and there's no doctor that we know because we don't know any doctors. That means one of us is gonna have to take care of the boo-boo, right?
Yeah.
Then you're like, oh shit, because I mean, guess what? Fucking with somebody else's open wound, not a fun situation.
Yeah, so I want just gonna say no, I want Eric to be the one to kiss my boo boos.
I was about to say I'm gonna have Steve do it because at least he works in a medical industry.
Yeah.
No, see, the kissing the boo-boos is not what the doctor does, though. That's what
That's Eric's job. I'm gonna have you stitch it up.
I will be more than happy to hold Steve's barf bag while he's stitching him up.
Hey, I don't have any problem with blood. It's like they're not even shit really. It's garbage. I really don't. I have a problem with garbage right now. It's weird. It's odd.
Wait, have you stitched anybody up before?
No, but I still don't have a problem with blood, so I wouldn't say that I'm gonna barf from that.
The blood part doesn't bug me, but like I've seen a few open wounds before.
The meat
and the fat and the meat and all the inside bits.
That's a little
that part
gross.
to me is like, take it easy.
Yeah,
No.
especially when you're looking down, you're seeing that on your own arm, and you're like, shouldn't have done that. That was stupid.
Yeah.
That's a pretty deep fucking wound. Oh well, give me some butterfly stitches and some fucking Neosporin, a fucking gauze patch. It'll be fine. And it
The
bleeds
blood
for
and
like
stuff doesn't bother me.
yeah, then it bleeds for like fucking 3 weeks.
When you feel the needle poke through the skin, you get that little pop. You can feel it pop as it breaks through, and I hate that fucking feeling. When the
Yeah,
needle
like when you're
pops
giving
through
like
the
your fucking dog a shot and you fucking gotta do that. Yeah, it kind of gets me too. That feeling of popping through the fucking skin. You're like, oh.
Yep. None of it bothers me. You could be gushing blood. I agree with the whole Eric when you can see the flesh. That's kind of like, oh shit. But if it's a little cut but deep enough it needs stitches, it's not that big a deal. Except that fucking pop every time the needle goes through. It bugs me.
I actually saved myself from getting stitches not that long ago with super glue.
Yeah, well, I mean that's literally what it was meant for, was a fucking liquid stitch. So
I just put like a dirty roll of toilet paper on it to sop it up because that's all I had. And I don't mean dirty like I wiped it. I mean it was on the floor of my pickup, right? Anyways, so then I peel it off and I was like, oh fuck, there's a chunk. So I got rid of the chunk. Then I swabbed it out and then I just super glued it and I went, I hope whatever was in that chunk wasn't that bad. Didn't get infected, so it must have been fine.
God damn it, Eric.
So, yeah. I was like, I'm not going to fuck around with this.
I swear to God. God damn it. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's funny because I had to take the that deal where you're like, what the hell, the cap of the super glue off. And I was sworn I got some on my lips, and I'm like, oh no, I just glued my, part of my fucking lips together. But it wasn't. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't that.
You're gonna go and kiss
So
Kelly, and next thing you know, you're like, Kelly. She's like, yeah, Eric,
Yeah.
I've noticed. You've super glued us together.
Yeah.
Like, you son of a bitch.
See, that's what they needed. They just needed super glue, find that stupid book, and then super glue all the fucking pages together. Bam.
Oh, God, I know, right?
Like the hillbillies who, murdered the lady at the beginning of it. Like, that's what they should have done.
Why didn't they just throw the fucking book in the fire?
Well, because it doesn't burn. But why didn't they at least bury the book?
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're burying it right there in the middle, just bury it. So don't leave it on the fucking table in the basement.
Oh. Maybe go back into town and bring it to a Catholic church or some shit.
You know what else would
just-
work?
There's no Catholic churches.
Shoot a
out there, man. Come
deer
on.
and then cut it open and stuff it inside, like stuff the deer and put the book in the middle of the
You've
deer.
created a Wendigo now.
Like
It's
legit.
not the deer Wendigo though. It's not like a bear Wendigo.
Have you fucking seen the creepy creepy deer creature things?
Wait, put it inside of a raccoon and bam, you make Rocket Raccoon. I nailed it.
All right. With that, we're gonna ask for ratings. What'd you guys give this movie?
Like 3 stars.
Ricky?
I give it 2.5 stars.
Kelly gave it 2 stars,
2 stars.
which is low.
So in the
First.
beginning, Steve asked how we liked it, and I never actually answered because everybody else was talking. I think it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I give it like 0 stars. I couldn't stand this movie. It was literally, they did gory stuff just to be gory, and there was nothing scary in the movie at all. For a scary movie, it was laughable.
Oh, it was like a comedy movie. Is really what they are. They're horror comedies, is what these are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the blood and guts and the gory shit, it didn't have anything to do with the storyline. It's like Saw. They just want to be gross. There was no fucking reason for it.
Well, he does have a point. To be fair,
To be fair,
like the whole
you did it again. I think.
fucking gore, like, okay, horror and comedy could work together, but gore and comedy, not a good combo. Like, nobody wants to see somebody like trip and fall, like do the old stand on the rake thing, and then like poke one of their eyeballs out and have the eyeball like
Well,
be hanging there,
hold on a
swinging
second here.
around.
What about
That's
Happy
like-
Tree Friends? What about Happy Tree Friends?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's
Gonna have to
don't
introduce
know
you to
what that
Happy
is.
Tree Friends.
yeah. You have to look it up. It's a cartoon series. It's pretty fucked up.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But you don't want to see that. Horror comedy works like scary movie because there's no gore. Gore is like, yeah, takes it to another level.
An actual scary movie when somebody falls on spikes and it's all gory, that's fine. It has to do with storyline. They're not just doing gore to be gory. They're doing it because it's part of like it's continuing the horror of the movie. And this one, it was just dumb.
Well, not to mention that, like, okay, comedy, like some movie genres work together. It's like peanut butter and chocolate, right? Well, gore is like steak. And then you got the comedy, which is like
Ketchup.
chocolate. That does not fucking work together. Nobody wants a chocolatey steak.
Well, I'll tell you. I think the original though, with Bruce Campbell, it's still gory, but it's got that 80s gory stuff going on. So there's still people getting blown up and dismembered and shit like that.
Like
But it's got Bruce
poltergeist.
Campbell in there. Yeah, it's got Bruce Campbell in there,
Bruce
which
Campbell.
is a lot funnier than any of these fucking people in here. Because really, the only comedy in this thing was the demon girl, and there wasn't a whole
Yeah.
lot of her being funny in this thing. So Bruce
Like-
Campbell's a funny motherfucker, and he's a lot better than these people in here. So
Yeah, I had never seen the new one. I've seen the old one. I'd give the old one like 3 stars. I don't mind the old one because they did it in a way where it wasn't like a terrible movie.
Yeah, I've never actually seen this new one, so until now.
Oh, that's fine. It was your choice. It's not like I'm saying it was a bad choice. I mean, I didn't like it, but clearly other people did.
I gave this movie 3 stars. So.
All right, so what's the next movie?
All right, so next movie. Apparently, it's my choice. I don't know. I'll choose something though. That way, Kelly can have her choice when she's here.
Oh god.
Okay, I'm not gonna choose that because I'm thinking about it. It might be problematic. So I'm gonna choose something ridiculous because Eric introduced this nonsense.
Ridiculous
November.
November.
Nonsense
Yeah.
November. Come on, ridiculous November. That doesn't even flow at all, Ricky. Jesus.
Why can't November start with an R? That'd be way better.
Why don't we
Like
have a Why don't we have a
Rovember?
Yeah? Why don't we have a month that starts with an R?
Rovember.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna choose something else. I'm gonna choose a movie called Velociraptor or Velocipaster.
Oh, Velocipasture.
Velocipaster?
Yes.
This sounds like it's going to be awesome.
Well, you wanted ridiculous, and I always
Yeah,
choose
like
ridiculous
This
movies.
is going to
so
be ridiculous.
I needed to choose
This is
something
going to be
ridiculous.
ridiculous.
And I had another choice, and we'll talk about it later. But I'm worried. I have to watch it because I'm
Yeah.
worried the other one might be problematic.
I wish we could fucking
Oh.
get a hold of the next fucking Sharknado movie. So I think that one's
Oh,
Sharks in Space.
those are all on Amazon. So.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I think the next one's Sharks in Space.
Yeah, we can watch Amazon. We have Amazon.
Also,
Prime,
this is on Amazon. So.
Okay.
Velocipaster. So.
Velocipaster.
Velocipaster.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah.
And it's like, is it kind of like Croczilla in like how ridiculous it is?
It's kind of like Wolf Cop and how ridiculous it is. So yeah.
Awesome. That's even better, dude.
Yeah. It's a pastor that turns
Why
into
can't
a
they
velociraptor.
Yeah, he's
right?
like
So,
he's like a
my
were-raptor, pretty much a were-raptor.
yeah.
But he's
awesome.
but he's a pastor, a pastor.
So Jason's
So-
gonna love this movie, as we know. But that's gonna be it. That's going to be it, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions, twitch.tv/TurkadurPlays, and youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can also follow us on Twitter at HAP Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter at Turkadur. You can follow Eric on Twitter at
Quick and severe.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter at Sugar Snuggles, Ricky on Twitter at
Furry Twitter balls.
and Jason on Twitter at.
Unbelievable one.
You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. You can find all the stuff I've been saying in the description on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/TurkaderPlays. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching, Harley. And we'll talk to you guys next week as we play some games and talk about dumb shit. Also, we'll join us next Sunday for Velocipaster. Thanks for watching, everybody. Talk to you guys next week.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.